They called it development. They called it progress. But behind the promises, behind the speeches and shiny slogans, there was rot, lies dressed as hope, deals signed in smoke-filled rooms. And for years, Papua New Guineans kept eating what I call the corn of death. This isn't just a story about money, it's about betrayal, a deadly deception that stole from our people generation after generation. What is the corn of death? It's the lie they keep feeding us, that all the pain we endure today is for a better tomorrow. That every loan, every project, every billion-kina investment is for our good. But behind those words hides something poisonous. The corn of death is sweet at first. Promises of free education, modern hospitals, and better lives. But once you swallow it, you realize it was never food. It was poison. Let's start with one of the biggest lies in our history, the UBS Loan. In 2014, our government borrowed over 3 billion kina from the Union Bank of Switzerland to buy shares in Oil Search. They told us it was a smart investment, that PNG would benefit from the LNG project. But what happened? Oil prices crashed. The shares lost value. And PNG was left drowning in debt. Billions lost, no benefit. And to this day, we're still paying for it, through higher taxes, weaker currency, and a crippled economy. That's not development. That's death disguised as opportunity. Then came another lie, free education.
Our commitment to free education policy will transform our future. It begins tonight.
They said school was free for every child. Parents believed it, but schools never received enough funding. Teachers went unpaid, classrooms broke down, children sat on dusty floors. What's worse? Politicians used that same promise for votes, knowing it was collapsing. They smiled on campaign stages saying education is free, while schools begged for money. That's the corn of death. Sweet words, toxic truth. And what about the agriculture dreams? Remember the multi-million kina projects that were supposed to boost farming? The ones with fancy names, Konabada Agro, SEZs, rice imports and fake corn seed programs? Many of them never existed. Money was released, reports were written, but the farmers never saw a single seed. The corn of death was literal this time. Imported seeds that didn't grow, millions wasted, and another generation of Papua New Guineans left hungry. Every time a politician lies, it's not just money we lose, it's lives. While they fly overseas for treatment, mothers die giving birth in rural clinics. While they send their children to Australian schools, our kids sit in overcrowded classrooms. They live fat off our pain and call it service. The corn of death is not just corruption. It's spiritual poison, a disease of greed that's killed our belief in honesty, in fairness, in the idea that government is meant to serve us, not themselves. Every election, they plant new corn. They call it by different names, new programs, new reforms, new slogans. But it's the same seed, grown in the same corrupt soil. And every 5 years, we eat it again, hoping this time it will taste different. But it never does. The corn of death will keep growing as long as we keep feeding it with silence. The only way to kill it is to stop believing their lies. Next time a politician promises you free education, a new hospital, or a miracle project, ask where the money comes from. Ask who benefits. Ask who signs the check.
Where is this money coming from? Who benefits? And who is signing the checks?
Because this time, the corn of death isn't hidden. It's right in front of you. Papua New Guinea, you deserve better. You deserve truth. You deserve leaders who feed you hope, not poison. The corn of death is still on the table. The question is, will you keep eating it, or will you finally spit it out?